Good evening. I'm just coming on because honestly, the events of what happened yesterday in Manchester, my heart goes out to the Jewish community and the families that lost people and their family members that are still in hospital. What happened was absolutely horrible, horrific for those families and the Jewish community in a whole. Now, I stay in Scotland and I have obviously Scottish heritage, Irish. I've got family that came here during the First World War. They were from Lithuania, but they were Jewish as well. That was my um, mum's grandparents, and they fought in the wars here in the UK. Some died, some not, and because I've also seen the records, so I have, because they came with it obviously, because obviously the times were horrible. Jewish people were getting persecuted and things like that, um, which shouldn't be happening. And it's not just Jewish people; it's Christians as well. I know in Nigeria there was 70,000 people where Christians were killed, which is absolutely ridiculous. This all needs to stop. Please stop this. This is absolutely getting ridiculous. Nobody needs to die because religions come together in peace and love rather than all this hatred and division. This is what people in power want, is for you to argue among each other and hurt each other. What happened yesterday is absolutely ridiculous. Because obviously I found out about this just before I went out with one of my sons, because we went to view, we went to watch the new Conjure movie. It was okay. I do prefer the other ones, and obviously I know the true facts of Eddie and Lorraine Warren, the Smurls, and obviously the controversy over the mirror. But it was a good movie, nonetheless. It's like a 3 hour movie. It was really good. Um, but then I came home to find out that my dad's wee cousin had lost his fight with cancer. He passed away with the same cancer that my mum died of 16 years ago, pancreatic cancer. And it breaks my heart. He was so funny. He, he used to banter with me and things like that. Because obviously his dad is like my great uncle who owns a boxing gym, an amazing, amazing man. But my heart goes out to obviously my great uncle and great aunt, obviously his wife, my cousin's wife, his son and daughter, and his grandchildren, and obviously all his siblings, because there's a lot of them. And then there's a lot of us, his extended family. But so that was two bits of sadness that came to light. But it's horrible. It's these things with hurting each other, killing each other. Is it really worth it? It's not. And then you had people from the pro-Palestine who it's been found out that it's Hamas that is actually funding these things, along with other elites like George Soros and things like that. So it causes that division between. So they've brainwashed so many people, And a lot of these people that go out and organise these events are obviously getting paid. And you find out how much they get paid. You can get paid up to £70,000. It's a lot of money just to cause all that divide. And it's it's not worth it. Stop listening to these people. Listen to your inner voice. Listen to your and there shouldn't be any arguing or fighting. Don't trust these governmentals. It doesn't matter which part of the world it's in. Don't trust a lot of these rich elites. They're all in it for WF and their 2030 agenda. And because they're allowing it to happen with all the fighting and arguing among each other. Look what's happened yesterday. Because Starmer is incited hate and violence towards people. And then he made that statement about for the Jewish community, which they do not appreciate. They honestly don't. And Shabina Hamid, who is part of the pro-Palestine, went to the place again. It's not appreciated. It's all for oh, look at me, I'm actually going there. I don't think any of these people should be going there in a time like this. I really don't. It's about the people on the ground coming together. This saddens my heart because I've been part of the Jewish history, heritage, because I know and it's explained about us, that obviously females carry that Jewish thing on. And obviously I've bought like the Torah and the Talmud. And why I bought them is because I want to learn. I mean, I've got all sorts of Bibles as well. I've even got the Quran as well. Because obviously I was given that for free. So I was, and it's one thing I wouldn't do is destroy books or anything like that, because I love books of history. And when you read, you're reading the Torah, the Quran, the Christian Bibles, they're all the same. They really are. They're all for the same thing. So it's when the kids are letting the cats in. That's fine. It's one of my oldest cats getting let in again, even though she just went out with our grandson. But she's the older she gets, she's just getting more and more clingy. Honestly, I love that cat. But so I was distracted because the door got opened and the cat got went in. But that's, I think sometimes we need that distraction for things in life, especially with things like this. But doesn't it tell you something that we should come together? Don't go out there and argue and fight. You had cat hair on my nose. It's like seeing the peaceful Virgil today. Well, yesterday, tonight, obviously on Tuesday TV. It was so peaceful. Then you had all the riots with the pro-Palestine in Glasgow and Edinburgh, London, up and down the country. It's celebrating and all the rest of it after people were murdered. That's wrong. I don't know where your morals are. I really don't. And your ancestors fought and died for our country, and you're acting like this. You need to waken up to the fact that the governmentals are lying to you. Every single one of them. Stop hurting each other. Come together united rather than divided. We need to. We can't do this. This can't keep going on. Jewish people for thousands of years. I mean, I listened to the stories growing up because also it was about. I mean, my gran, my mum's mum, his family all the time. I was beside among my dad's family, but not as much as I was with my grans. And also we're kind of fell apart over the years due to so many people passing away, and we've got our own families now, and we stay in different parts of the city. But it comes down to it. It's like you hear the stories how they grew up, how my gran grew up during the war, even also my dad's um, dad and mum, things like that. But you hear the stories from how obviously my mum's um, grandparents fled Lithuania during the First World War, and they were very proud of who they were. They were, but they had to hide their identities. They had to change everything, and that shouldn't be the case. Look at yourself in the mirror and be proud of yourself each and every day. I'm a mum. I'm a woman. I'm autistic with a lot of other health issues as well. But it took me a long time to do something like this, to stand up and speak out and be proud of as an individual I am, and give a voice for other people that are like myself, who are autistic, in a wheelchair, being a mother of autistic children as well, but also being a survivor of sexual abuse and domestic violence. So this this is me giving a voice back. Plus, I'm proud of obviously all my different parts of the heritage, like Scottish, the Irish, Lithuanian. I don't know, but my mum's dad's side to the family where it came from. I really do need to do the test because it's then I know it's like right. I can say this, that, and but it's a Jewish side. I mean, I was baptized as a baby, Christian, but Protestant, only because obviously I died I, mul- multiple times as a baby because I was born extremely premature and weighed less than a bag of sugar. But I've always felt the connection with that higher source and things like that for a young child. And I've always felt and mum didn't take me to church, or neither did my dad, because my dad was Catholic. I didn't eat, all that wasn't spoken about. I mean, also about the Jewish thing, obviously it was to do with me, but it wasn't imposed on you at all. And that's what no religions should be imposed on anybody, because I give my children a choice. There's only, obviously I get two of my sons baptised, and my daughter wanted to be um, baptised, and she was about 9. Beautiful, beautiful day. with a nice wee dress and a wee tiara and things like that. Um, up at the Church of Scotland. Beautiful day out. But we need to have this is a spiritual warfare, and it's about all different religions. Thinking back all the days where every single religion has always been arguing, and where does it come down to? It's religion, and the people above. Geez, I've been learning for a lot of people for Israel, Israel, like Tal Haran, Star TV, and a few other people. And Jesus isn't mentioned in because like, the Torah is only the 5 books of Moses. That's it. That's the Bible, and the Talmud is actually just like back and forth questions and things like that were given back in the times. There's in any religion, there's good people, no so good people. That happens. Any religion, it doesn't matter who it is, but it's about taking a step back for these things and going, we can fully have religion, but we don't need to argue with each other. It should go, right, if these people above us are making us do things like that, then there's something wrong. And that's where you need to awaken that, awaken, awaken your soul. Is it? Again, this needs to stop. I, enough's enough of this. We stay in a wonderful and beautiful world, and watching a beautiful world from the UK, America, Spain, Israel, all these different countries, and they're all arguing and fighting with each other. And look at your neighbour. Look what it says in the Bible about loving the neighbour and no killing, no murdering. It says all this in the Bibles. And it's only stories, but don't take it up that head and don't sit and go do things like that because somebody above is sat and said, by the way, you go do that, because it's called brainwashing and it's wrong. How do we find a solution to this? Because this can't keep going on. We need to find a solution without the governmentals, because they're encouraging it and not stopping it. So let's come together and figure a way out how to stop this. We can't have any more fit any religions and any innocent people for any side of the world are dying because they're making money off these wars and innocent people dying, and that's wrong. It's like I don't know what else to say because I'm absolutely gutted. I'm gutted because I lost my dad's cousin, after his 13-month battle with cancer. Gutted because more innocent people died. We've lost so many people. There's people who like Charlie Kirk, and there was people before Charlie Kirk get killed, and then after as well. And when you look at it, you look at what, we do need to find that solution. And the solution is us, the people on the ground. Take religion, all your religions out of this and come together actually as spiritual people, human beings, whatever you want to call yourself, and start uniting. My thoughts are with, as I said, with all the families, with the Jewish community, with my family who's lost my cousin, with anybody's family that's lost someone. Don't go out and celebrate somebody's death, it's wrong. I am very against that because if somebody done that and went out and celebrated my cousin's death, or my mum's or my grandma's, I'd be, I'd be raging. I know I would be raging. Because you don't do that. You sit, does any of these people know these people? No, they just go, oh well, it's this religion and that religion and whatever, and it is because they've been brainwashed into a certain way of thinking, and it has been happening since COVID, and then it got worse after October the 7th, where so many hostages are still there in Gaza. I don't support either side at all from the governmentals. As I've said, I don't. The people at Gaza have been brainwashed by Hamas. The people, a lot of, but even a lot of people that don't like their governments in Israel, a lot of people don't like their governments. And it doesn't matter where you are. I don't think a lot of you agree what governments say. But some people are brainwashed with what the mainstream. The thing is, it's the mainstream media as well that are got it into people's heads. Come away from that, guys. Stay away from mainstream media because they're putting out the lies, they're inciting it just as well. And we need to stop. I don't care who you are. I don't care what colour of skin you've got. I don't care what religion you've got. Do better as an individual and let come into the light and take away this darkness because at the moment there's far too much here. I I have been doing my spiritual path. As I said, I've got these different wee books because obviously I'm interested in history and things. But when you find out the truth of things, it awakens you to other things. And the lockdown certainly did that with a lot of people. But there's a lot of people who are still not awake to what's going on and believe everything they've been told. This video has went on quite a bit because I've rambled back and forth on things. But guys, I did make another video that I was going to put out now today, but I'll put this one out and send my condolences to the people for the Jewish community in Manchester, because now all Jewish people and their communities need to be protected because of the synagogues and things like that. That was supposed to be it's like a special day for them, and it turned into a day of horror. Is to sit back and think for a few minutes and think about what's going on. Sending love and light, and good night.